This is so crazy. Okay, everyone. I think we're live. I think I just totally picked my nose. So I don't know if you can see it. And I don't know if you can hear me. So will you let me know really quick? Hi, everyone. Oh my gosh. It's been so long. Would you just let me know in the comments if you can hear me? I have somebody helping me. No angry comments. No, we can't hear you. So I think we're okay, which is really great. Hold on. Let me just sort out my phone here. Do you guys ever leave your microphone on your phone and then it just starts? Volume is low. We can hear you. Shoot. Okay, hold on. Let me ask my assistant if she can hear me or not. It's going to take a second, and I hope you all will just bear with me because it has been almost 3 years since I did this. So I have nothing on my end to let me know that the volume is low. So just a second. Very low volume. Rats. Audio. Oh, hold on. Let's see if this fixes it. How's that? Does that help? I don't want you to have to turn your volume up all the way. I'm going to see if maybe that works. Maybe the computer mic was picking me up and... Okay, I know there's a little bit of... Okay, Susie Q says better. Yay! Okay, wonderful. That's awesome. Okay, it was set to grab my volume from the camera. So I've got my good camera set up so you don't have to see me on the janky computer camera. This is so crazy. I haven't done this in so long. You guys know I get a little bit nervous. So yes, I'm nervous, but I'm really happy to be back with you. Doing the Friday Night Lives got a little crazy with family life, but we've been talking about as a family coming back to doing them. And tonight's the night, baby. So hi, Courtney. Oh, so many familiar names. Oh, this is so wonderful. That's wonderful. So I'm game to answer questions, I think. And I did want to just start with Jeannie Tillery. I hope you stuck around, Jeannie. She hopped on much earlier today, and I'll do my best to keep up. Hi, Beth, Crowley House. Hi, Beth. You all, Beth, you need to follow her on Instagram, Crowley House, because she is a flower farmer, and she provided those beautiful hops for the cover of the Christmas magazine. So she does such a great job. Thank you, Evie. Okay. Yeah, okay. So Jeannie was asking, like, way back at the beginning, like when we were just setting everything up, about red lipstick. So why don't we just start with that? And hi, Alicia, Mary Kay's sister. Hi. Nice to see you here. Here's what I would say about red lipstick. The first time I can actually remember the first time I tried red lipstick, I was 14 years old, and we used to get hand-me-downs from a family, and the family we got them from, I loved this girl's style. And so it was a white Benetton rugby, and that had like this really pretty like periwinkle French blue collar and then stripe across the front that said Benetton. And I always just felt so sharp in this stupid rugby. And I don't know how it happened. I don't know how I got my hands on a red tube of lipstick, but I remember I had my hair all slicked back in a ponytail. My hair was really long. And I just thought, oh, I'm going to try this red lipstick. And I put it on. I was 14 years old. I don't know if that's appropriate or not, but I was 14 years old and I loved it. I've always been a huge Marilyn Monroe fan. So heavy makeup and red lipstick, like that's not been a something I've ever shied away from. And so I've been wearing red lipstick for a long time. So Jeannie was asking that. She said she hasn't used red lipstick because she can never tell which shade is right. And I don't know how many of you are on Instagram. I actually really enjoy Instagram as far as a social media platform goes. I've got my feed really curated to interior designers that I like and things that really inspire me. I try to keep it really a safe place for inspiration. I don't want to go there and get frustrated. And oh crud, where was I going with this? Oh, well, obviously now Instagram is loaded with ads, as is everything. I understand people they got to do what they got to do. And hold on, I'm going to pull something up here. There's a lot of things on Instagram lately about your season, which is so funny to me because that was sort of my gateway drug. Like as a family, I come from a farming background, and I remember I had an aunt who came into the family when I was younger, and this aunt, hold on, I'm going to hit mute here. I'm going to open a few screens just so I can make sure I can keep up with everything. So hang on a second. I want to make sure this doesn't have any volume. Oh, good, it doesn't. I had an aunt who came into the family, and she wore a lot of makeup. She was a ton of fun. And around this time, we got introduced to a company that did like the drapes, where they would put the drapes over you and sort of see what season you were. And so I learned a long time ago, and it was pretty rigid. It was like you didn't break the rules. If you knew what season you were, you didn't break those rules. So I'll just give you my 411 on that. And if it helps you, great. If it doesn't, whatever. So it's pretty really basic. If you have strawberry blonde or red hair, then you stick with your autumn and spring colors. And those are, if you're looking at blues, they would have said that navy blue was a cool color, but turquoise was a warm color. And they said that people with strawberry blonde or red hair was, those were your warms. Strawberry blonde was your spring. And then if you had like a shock of red hair, fabulous red hair, then you were an autumn. And then if you had dark brown hair like me, you were a winter. And if you had blonde hair, you were a summer. So I think that actually, you can research that. You can look into that on your own. But when you're choosing red lipstick, even today, if we're just going to set aside the 80s and the 90s, I think that makes a really big difference. That if you have blonde or dirty blonde or brown hair or black hair, it's really best to pick a red lipstick that has a blue base, a blue undertone with no hints of orange. And like, break the rules all you want. Who cares? I wear orange lipstick. I love orange lipstick. But if you're sort of deciding, that's a really safe place to operate within. I probably have lipstick all over my teeth now that I think about it. And please turn up the volume. Oh, rats. More people are saying to turn up the volume. That's too bad, because I thought we had fixed that. And then if I'm going to mess with it again. And then if you have red hair or strawberry blonde hair, picking an oranger color, red is the best way to go. So most people are cool. Most people are your summers and your winters, and it's pretty easy to pick like that. Really classic, like Evita, Chanel, Dior looking red, just that classic red. I think that's a really safe place to start. For those of you, so all my sound, I just have my back panel pulled up. My sound is spot on. So I want you to stay. I don't want you to be frustrated. But maybe go down to your YouTube bar and maybe your volume is really low. So even if your phone is high, if you have the slider on the bottom of YouTube down, maybe just crank it. Because I'm set. I've got all this nerd NASA panels in front of me and everything's good here. So I apologize for any inconvenience on your end. So there we go. There's my suggestion on picking a red lipstick. You guys know I wear Red Wine by Toops. I wear Fly Girl by, when I want something really nuclear, I wear Fly Girl by, what's that one that just sticks on like glue? Lip Sense. Right now I have a Lancome on. It's in the other room. I don't know what it's called. My tough thing is finding a red lip liner because, you know, as we get older, our lips tend to just blend into our skin. We don't have as much definition. So yeah, that's the bugger for me. Jessie is asking about gray hair. Karen, try that. Try that on your slider. I don't know what else to tell you guys. I don't know what else to tell you as far as volume settings, audio box, rats. Audio box is my microphone. I don't know what to say. We're going to try again next week or the week after that, and we'll get it nailed down. Somebody was asking about gray hair. Funny thing is, like an hour ago, I had my hair color on. I do use Madison Reed because supposedly it's low toxins. And funny story, I always dye my eyebrows. And I forgot I had put eyebrow. I used like a little spoolie, like a mascara spoolie. And I had forgot that I put that on. I came back to my desk today. It was an office day for me. So came back to my desk and I'm working. And I'm like, oh, crap. I go in. I just like have total Groucho Marx eyebrows. So I'm using like trying to get the residual off. What a disaster. Yeah. And see, okay, I just lost it. But somebody said she's a redhead. Mary Lou said she's a redhead, can't wear orange-based lipsticks. That's what I'm saying. Like, don't really get married to the idea. But if you want to wear red and you've never worn it, those are some pretty good rules to sort of start with. Okay, I'm going to see if I can. Watching on a phone, does that mean you need to rotate the phone so it uses different speakers? No. Gosh, I never use my phone for YouTube because I don't like the little experience. Tanya, maybe you can help people understand where to adjust the volume on their phone. I feel terrible about it. Beth said she stopped coloring her hair when she turned 40. Now she has silver hair and 55. I'm totally cool with stopping coloring my hair once I have more gray. But right now, it's so random. I do use the Madison Reed on my eyebrows. If I was really brave, I'd use it on my eyelashes. Don't freak out on me. I know you're not supposed to do that. You can buy eyelash dye. But if I had more gray, I'd be keen to just let it go. But I feel like it just makes me look unkempt. I feel really sloppy with just the little bits around my temple and my hair. You know, I wear my hair parted down the middle with it, which I know not a lot of people do. And so I do just color it for now. Often. Yeah. Amelie says, lovely name, says maybe people with low volume started from the beginning. True. Maybe refresh your page. That's a good idea. I'm going to pour a glass of champagne and wish myself a happy Friday because it's been an incredible week. Melinda is asking what skincare I'm using at the moment. I actually have some on my desk because my desk is just steps away from where I do my makeup and stuff. I use Toops and Company, and I use Caudalie. So, like, I have my Caudalie spray here, and I use Toops and Company. Love it. So those are the two main products I use on my face. And I do use hair dye to dye my eyebrows. You just keep it on for a few minutes, and everything should be okay. Would the gray fall into the blonde family? Probably. The thing about about the seasons, it's really based on your skin color. So I have really yellow skin. And so if I could get yellow. If I maybe I gave it to someone else. I had a yellow blouse. If I put a drape of yellow against my face, all my dark circles would pop out. All of my nasty bits would just pop out because it's just too much yellow. So if I use like a blue base, then it contrasts the yellow of my skin. Where if you look at somebody like with freckles and somebody with a redhead, usually, strawberry blonde or redheads typically has freckles, and they have a more blue tone to their skin. They have much more of like an opacity, translucent blue look to their skin. And so they look better in like rust and robin's egg blue and turquoise and orange and those kind of colors. So that makes sense. Sometimes the random grays look like highlights. Not mine. They just look like, I feel like some sort of storybook witch. I don't think it's a very good look. It will be someday. I'm game for it. But yeah. So I don't think Janet Childs is asking why I don't use doTERRA anymore. I actually do use doTERRA. I love it. But I'm not, when COVID happened and everybody kind of like had like a life check, I just sat back and thought, like, what do I want to do with my life? And I was feeling really creative during the lockdowns and all. And I thought, I'm just going to take the things that really make my heart beat fast, and I'm going to pursue them with my whole heart. So I love the product. We use it every day. But I decided that I wanted to spend the rest of my life doing things more artistic that really fed my soul. So, oh, I lost my spot. Oh, you guys are tearing it up on the comments. Yeah, silver would be, yes, Kara. Silver would be cool and gold would be warm. And Tanya has olive undertones. True. So, like, if you have any, like, yes. Do you look better in white or cream? Susie Q, that's exactly true. So your springs and your autumns, or your strawberry blondes and redheads, look better in cream. And then your blondes and your winter or your brunettes look better in white. It's a really good litmus test. There's my son. What's up, homie? Hi, Aiden. Hi. Navy. Bridget, navy is my favorite color. You know that. Yeah, navy, like once you people know you, Aiden, they're saying hi to you. Navy, darn it, navy is just my favorite color. I love Princess Diana. She wore a lot of navy. And I remember my mom worked at Casual Corner growing up and got a great discount. It was pretty cool, which is probably why between Diana and my mom working at Casual Corner. Do you guys remember Casual Corner? I used to do freeze modeling at Casual Corner. I would like stand in the mall like in a suit. But because of those, my mom had this like cardigan, kind of like a boyfriend sweater. It looked sort of collegiate and I loved it. Actually, it was more nautical. It had an anchor on the pocket. I loved it. I was 14 years old, loved it. And that really got me going on navy. I've seen this question a few times. I'm not trying to ignore you. It's just hard to keep up. I just use good old fashioned, and my husband is here too. Hi, sweetie. I just use good old fashioned crest white strips. I use a couple of them a few times a year. So I never do like the full run. And I know there is better, healthier things I could be using. I've sort of seen them through osmosis on social media. But I haven't tried them yet. Yeah, Casual Corner, right? Like what? Could we bring back stores like Casual Corner, please? Can you imagine all of us girls at Casual Corner today? That would be great. Trousers, suits, blouses, slacks. I mean, I suppose you have that a bit with like Ann Taylor and The Loft and stores like that, but I don't know about you, but I am a winter, Heidi. Shopping for clothing is really hard. It's really hard. And now my son and my husband are talking in the feed. So everybody say hi to them. That's great. What's Clara doing, Aiden? You guys just watching your mom on YouTube? That's funny. Hi, Lonnie. Okay, I'm going to scroll back while we wait for a few more comments. And Tanya, doTERRA toothpaste is awesome. I actually am traumatized if I have to use anything else. There was Casual Corner, and then I remember they owned like 5 stores. I mean, it was a pretty sweet deal when I was in high school because we got a discount to so many stores. What was the other one that it was like a little bit younger, and I remember I bought green suede shorts and purple suede shorts, and I wore the snot out of those in high school with fishnet stockings and a blazer and snakeskin like slide on or loafers. Oh my goodness, I was such a nerd. Dolce Taylor Irving, is that how I say your name? Is it Dolce? That's a beautiful name. You wore a green wrap coat in a recent video and can't get it out of my mind. Where did you get it? No, I didn't thrift it 20 years ago, actually. Funny story. I wore that on Instagram and broke the internet. It was crazy. People just loved this coat. I got it in town. I went into town and I bought all of them, and I just like flipped them on Instagram. Sold every single one. It was sort of funny. I think the owner thought I was a lunatic. Fair enough. The brand is Pink Martini. So why don't you just go online and type in like Pink Martini green wrap coat and hit the shopping button or something and see if somebody's trying to get rid of one. I loved that coat. I love it. That is my like winter dress coat besides the sort of red wrap one that I wear that my cousin gave me. But the liner didn't hold up. So to any of you that bought one from me and the liner like snagged when you put your arm in one year, that's a bugger. I would like to take it to a seamstress and have it redone with like a fabulous plaid liner or red satin or something really cool. I'm going to scroll. Limited or express in high school. Yes, I have a velvet skirt. I think I'm wearing it in the very first Christmas tour I did here on YouTube. I have a velvet skirt. I must have been feeling my Cheerios because I paid $80 for this skirt as like a 17-year-old. I had no business paying $80 for a black piece of fabric like this big, but I still have it. The velvet is such good quality that I use it sort of as that's like my standard for velvet. I've never found a velvet that's this quality. I have it. I mean, it's terrible. Like, that was 30 years ago, and I still have the skirt. And I wear it every winter. So I guess it was worth it. Yeah. Hold on. I'm going to scroll back. What is the name of the toothpaste? It's doTERRA's, I guess, whitening toothpaste. I don't know. Kaylee, if you want to be more specific on favorite companies, I will do my best. Do I find that I thrift most of my clothing now? I don't. I'm sort of all over the place with my clothing. I don't buy a lot of clothes because what I buy, I tend to wear, obviously, like the black velvet skirt. I wear it forever. See, Cresta? I'm sorry, I'm all over the place here. Pink Martini is an incredible brand. I've never thought to look at what else they have, which is dumb because that coat's amazing. But I don't buy a ton of clothing, mostly because I can't find anything alike. I'm just looking. At this point, I know like what's going to look good, what cut is right. I love TJ Maxx. I love Calvin Klein at TJ Maxx. I love, what's one of the other ones on the, but the stuff I like is so few and far between. So I just buy clothing every once in a while, and then I just wear the daylights out of it. Kaylee her husband needs a new, okay, Dolce, I'm pronouncing your name correct. Wonderful. Kaylee's husband needs a new wardrobe. Do you guys have any suggestions? Top to bottom. Men's companies that don't break the bank. The the bugger there is that every like break the bank is relative to everyone. So what's the store that Joel and I used to shop at for him? It was a men's store in the mall. We don't live anywhere near a mall. I feel like it started with a B and it was Sharp. But, it's just the thing about men's clothing right now is it's really, I guess it's sort of like ours where your figure really determines what you're going to buy. And everything with men right now that is stylish is so narrow. So you've got like really tailored pants. They're cropped. Their men's clothing is showing so much more of the ankle than it did 10 years ago. Is there like a men's express or men's limited? I'm trying to think of what's at the mall. I don't know. Backrack? Was that the store? Backrack? Does that even exist? Boy, I'm not going to really have the best answer for you because I don't know. It's just sort of the, for Joel, like if I like it, I buy it. But the whole narrow thing is a problem because it's just made for like little men and most men are not little. So yes, Backrack. Joel said it was Backrack. Woohoo. Vintage Ralph Lauren is the way to go. Okay, I'm going to scroll back and see. Bravo for wearing the same size 30 years later. Well, Susie Q, I can thank Spanx for that and Velvet with elastic. So I don't know if I'm the same weight or size as when I bought it, but it still sort of works if I position everything just correctly. So can we please see your wall moving result? No, because it will never be done. Megan, you guys, our projects around here take so long. And that's why we're always like jumping from project to project because it's either like a timing thing or a supply chain thing or a budget thing. And so we just kind of have to shift around and around. So we got the wall moved. It's there. And now Aiden was on a trip. Now we're waiting for him to do the electric. So we're going to put some new outlets in. Aiden, if you're listening, this is a real high pressure push for you to get that done. I'm sure you've signed off by now. And then I can't wait for it to be done. Did you see my pictures on Instagram the other day? I mean, it's making me crazy. There's like drywall chunks on my side of the room when I walk to my cabinet to get my gym clothes or whatever. I'm like kicking them out of the way. It'll be done. And it'll be fabulous. But I've learned that everything takes a while. Oh, you guys are killing it. Banana Republic. Banana Republic's great. H&M's men's clothing is awful. See, it's probably really small. Like it's just made for a really small men. Dark Brood Hemlock. Are there any payment options besides PayPal for Old World? Yes. So I know not everybody wants to use PayPal, and we deal with this, every couple weeks. If you want to email my assistant Bryn, and Tanya, I'll let you type this out, but she is owds@parisiennefarmgirl.com. But I think I'll let Tanya type that out for everybody, and she will help you set up payment that is not PayPal. It's not my favorite thing to do, but I totally understand. We're just getting ready. I was trying to have it done for you tonight, but we're just getting ready to drop those flea market trips stateside that we did last year. And I know not everybody wants to use PayPal, especially for significant amounts, when travel is involved. And so we've been doing a lot of Venmo and Zelle lately, which is great. Marissa wants to know if the Homemaker Chic book is still in process. Yes, we are hoping to have it like fall holidays. That's our goal for this year. Really exciting. It's a project I'm really, really geeked about. I think it's just going to be awesome. I think what we're doing is we're just taking all the content from the last 2 years and we're putting it in writing, and we're adding a fresh, obviously as homemakers, we're always changing, we're always developing and growing. So we're adding fresh content to it. And I know you are really going to love it. We're going to cover everything that we do on the show and more. Okay. Dawn just discovered Door County 4 years ago. That's great. I try to give shout outs to all my favorite local stores as much as I can. The Simple Solution is my jam. Oh my gosh, you guys, listen to this. I was just there this morning. So you can find them on Instagram, The Simple Solution. And thank you, Cresta. Bryn is awesome. You guys, my assistant is so awesome. I would die without her. I went to The Simple Solution this morning. And then I'm going to catch up with your comments, but I'm going to do my best here. I got to tell you this story. The last 10 days have just felt like one dumpster fire after another. I know I talked about it a little bit on the podcast, but I didn't. I didn't even touch it. So, oh, sorry, I got distracted by a comment. I went to The Simple Solution this morning. She had this little end table. I don't need another end table. Absolutely not. But I'm a sucker for marble. So this was probably an 18 by 18, 24 by 24 piece of Carrara marble. It was shiny. It wasn't honed. And I'm really into honed marble. And so I bought it. It was $25 for this table. And I told her, I'm like, you want to keep the table and try to sell it? Because I'm just going to toss it. I don't want this table at all. It was not my style. I just wanted the marble. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for mentioning thumbs up. That really, really helps. I really appreciate your thumbs up. YouTube is such a game. I really want to just keep my sincerity with YouTube, and you got to behind the scenes play the little YouTube game. So I appreciate the thumbs up. If you ever read my video descriptions and they sound like gibberish, the first couple lines probably make sense, and then the rest is just gibberish. That's Angela playing the game. Bought this marble table, $25, and on the way home, my wheels are spinning. It's Friday. I always just crush it in the house with my kids and everything, and then Friday's my office day, and it's my work day, and it's kind of my blow off steam day. I always go to the resale shop in the morning. I'm on the way home, and I'm jazzed. I'm thinking, I'm going to do a video. I'm going to show people how to hone marble, and I'm going to show them what to do with miscellaneous marble pieces that they find from tag sales. Because I know sometimes you, just like me, you see a really bad piece of furniture, but you see a great piece of marble. Pull in the driveway. Aiden and his buddies are working on vehicles. I'm like, that's how it goes. That's where it is right now. I love it. And so I think, well, I'm going to park away from them. I'm not going to bring my big truck up to where they're working. So I park out by the woods, and, it's snowy. So the truck's jostling back and forth. I'm getting into position so I don't hit a tree. I go around the back. And now typically my rule is, because my kids are usually there to help me unload, I'm like, everybody stand back, put your hands under, be ready in case something shifted when I'm parking. Well, I didn't do that. I just hit the button. I'm so geeked to get inside and play with this marble. And it comes crashing onto the snow and smashes into a million pieces. And holy cow, I had a little baby moment. I straight up cried. I was so disappointed. My creative juices were going so hardcore. And problem is, they don't really work like that. I'm not just always creative. I get surges, and I get really jazzed when the surges happen. And I was just driving home so excited to create content for you. And I was thinking about all the places in the house I could use this little piece of marble. And wow, it broke. And then I came in, and Lee said, well, there's this Japanese technique where we could put it together and we could fill the gaps with gold or something. I said, well, that's really great. But I got so pissed off that I slammed it to the ground and broke it in another 50 million pieces. So, whoopsie. I was so mad. I did. I had a straight up tantrum, and then I cried. Yep. Yeah. It was not one of my finer moments. I was not happy. And it's winter, and I live in Siberia, and so it's not like I'm finding a treasure every week. I'm finding a treasure twice a winter. This was a big deal. And I'm going back to Paris I'm leading the flea market tour again in Oh my goodness, like 65 days. And so I'm trying not to spend. I know the flea markets are coming in Paris. Good stuff there. Yeah. So yeah, that was my day. So I worked all morning. I started working at my desk at 6:30. This is like Friday morning and Saturday morning are like cereal morning for the kids. So I said, they woke up a few hours later. I said, here's cereal. Mom's working. And then we have piano lessons because we school really hard Monday through Thursday. And then piano lessons are like on Fridays and miscellaneous things on Fridays. So, yeah, I was at my desk. Simple solution. Woke up at 10. I bonsai'd it over there, bought my marble, came home, broke it, went back to work. You guys are funny. Andrea, Paris is my 2 Paris trips this year. We're going to always do Paris in April and October. So I'm taking a group in April of this year. I'm taking a group in October of this year. And then the following year, 2024, we've got 2 trips in April and 2 trips in October. So we try to give people a lot to choose from. Tanya, I don't know if you have a link to those. It's ParisienneFarmgirl.com. Paris with Angela, I think, is the link. If you guys want to check those out, we would love to have you. Oh, yeah. See, it's a bugger when you're in public or when you find something old. Tanya just had something break on her at yeah, softly crying. Aiden, what's with your mom? Yeah, I came down the driveway and he was working on a vehicle with his friend. And I'm usually like, hi, guys. I love teenagers. And he said, what's wrong? Like, well, I'm not trying to be stupid, but I broke this marble and I just really was excited about it. Yeah. Bridget is coming to Paris with me. Yes, she is. I can't wait. Hi, Jennifer. Jennifer, this is her first Friday Night Live. Jennifer, I used to do this all the time a few years ago and haven't done it. I'm going to scroll back and see if I missed anything. I think Tanya will let me know if I do, but yeah, that's my story. So, okay, that all started with local shops. So, simple solution, Julie's Upscale Resale is open during this season. So, we're a tourist community. So, we're not open, but hardly through like May 1st, hopefully through October 31st. That's our window. And then it's just a ghost town around here. And then there is, what's the one up on the corner? Tina. Reclaimed is great. She has more high-end resale pieces, really nice furniture. And then when the season really kicks off, up north is Darla's shop, and that is not Base Camp Antiques, Base Camp Coffee, Summer Camp Antiques. I really love her stuff. And a lot of the smalls I get are from my friend Jan, and she sells at Darla's store, and I love it. So, oh my gosh, someone attempted to kidnap me in Paris when I was 10 years old. Don't tell my husband that. He won't like to hear that. No, nobody's kidnapping me, let me tell you. All right. Vintique. Thank you, Tanya. Vintique is a great store, too. That's right down the road from the Simple Solution. And then for those of you, I know a lot of you on here are members of the Old World Design Society. I don't know if you saw that today, but we launched our online brocante in the forum. So you can sell things in the forum and you can buy things from other members in the forum. And I think it's going to be a really great resource. We've got it broken down so you can click textiles and furniture and artwork, and it'll sort of be just like an online ongoing brocante in the Old World Design Society forum. So that's super exciting. I'm really excited about that. Oh, Megan is headed to Door County tomorrow. Shannon, you do not have to be vaccinated to go to Paris. A lot of people have asked me that. Europe's pretty open, and it has been since last March. So depending on what your personal convictions were with vaccination, Paris is wide open, actually. No masks on the metro, no masks in the museums. They are wide open. There's nothing. So, oh, Jesse had a possum. A possum is it an opossum or a possum? Pesky English language. How are you supposed to learn another one when you don't know your own? Destroy a tree that was growing so well. That's really bad. I had my sheep just annihilate my whole orchard, so I feel that. Yeah, Courtney, that's a new feature on the Old World Design Society forum, which is really, really cool. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys are so awesome. I'm so touched that you would join me here tonight. Yeah, really. 388 people. That's amazing after 2.5 years off. That's really great. Hey, tell me what you guys want to see more of on the channel, because I feel like I have ideas I want to share with you. I have things I have been sharing with you. Obviously, it's an opossum, but it's a possum, right? Right? Who would know the difference? I have things I want to share with you. You know, obviously, as a YouTube channel, you're creating content to attract new viewers, but I also want to really take care of the viewers that I have. So if you have favorite things that you love, I would be happy to investigate those further or sort of flesh those out. Garden tours, Americana Gardens. The crazy thing is the garden tours don't do well, which I think they're really pretty. I'm like, I would watch this garden tour, but yes, I'm just going to keep doing them because I like them. Melissa knows that I'm working with a new survival seeds company. This is an heirloom seed company. I just got hooked up with them. This is my first year. And so I just actually, before I went live with you, got off the phone with the owner of the company. I really try to work with companies that I have sort of a connection to, or that I've experienced the product. But I'm very pleased to be associated with Survival Seeds. So I think Tanya's got a link for you. She's going to pop that in. But I have not used their seeds yet. But if the way this company operates and the way the owners operate and the integrity and everything down to the packaging, I'm ecstatic. So I am giving my viewers, I think we've got it hooked up so you guys can get 10% off, and they're really affordable. I know in the past I've told you that I use Johnny's. Johnny's is very expensive, and I can't keep spending that much on seeds every year. And this Survival Seeds is really, they are set up to help you learn how to save your seeds, which is interesting because that's almost sabotaging for their business. But the whole point is that you learn how to grow the very best heirloom varieties and then save the seeds, which I think is fantastic. Andrea wants to know what my thoughts are on Occupied Japan figurines. I have one. I don't know what my thoughts are on them, only my emotional connection to them. So my whole childhood, I could go get it for you. I've never showed you guys this. You've never seen it on any video. I've never put her on Instagram. My whole childhood, my mom's dresser was like this sacred space to me. Her jewelry box was always under the dresser. Oh, maybe sometimes it was on top, like on a doily. And then over in the corner, she had a green depression glass perfume, not an atomizer, but a decanter. No. Has the lid with like the ground glass, so you could take it out and go like this. And then just right of that, she had this beautiful sort of like Fräulein looking figurine. And she always told me that it's worth money. If you flip it over, that's Occupied Japan. And so, obviously, that was a period in history. And I have this Occupied Japan figurine. And I also have the depression glass green perfume bottle. So I don't know if she's worth anything. She's worth so much to me because my mom gave her to me. And I love that because it's just, that's what I always saw when I went in my mom's room. But Olivia knows it might be hard to film, but she loves, I'm behind, sorry. loves the day in the life. I've been thinking about the day in the life videos because I know you like them. I might be able to do more if I can do them. I don't know. I'm trying to decide if I could do them with less editing. So I'm intrigued by the idea of doing a day in the life video, like long form, where I just bring you along and it's maybe an hour long video. I know you're not all going to watch an hour, but some people really want long form. And it's not as stylized. I love the edited videos. I love what we do with our editing, but I'm wondering if maybe I could do these bigger and less edited. So we'll see. Okay, I'm gonna scroll a little bit. Yeah, the gardening has to wait a little bit. I hate that the gardening can only be so much. I do have a handful of Paris videos in the hopper because we obviously filmed a ton while we were there. But it's the sort of thing where you get home and you realize, oh, my mic wasn't plugged in all the way when we did XYZ, or we were rushed because we really were trying to be in the moment and not. It was like a half business, half personal trip. We wanted to film and we wanted to experience it at the same time. But I do have, I'd love to talk to you about oil paintings. I love oil paintings. I've taught the Old World Design Society about oil paintings a few years ago. I'd love to do that. And I'd sort of would like to take that sort of content and merge it with some of my Paris stuff. Like maybe share with you some stuff from the Louvre and teach you about oil paintings at the same time. So we'll see if I start maybe combining content. We'll see. Lonnie wants to go to Paris. That would be wonderful. All things springtime style. Yeah, I feel that. It's so cold. Anything interior design. So Casey, I love that. And for a little bit more detailed stuff, I would let you know that, I do have an online magazine and a print magazine. So you can choose whether you want print or digital. But then for a really affordable amount, like the price of a latte a month, you can attend my design classes. I teach one a month. And the last quarter, we dove really hardcore into interior design principles and interior design elements, and just kind of let the viewer know, like, here's how to take these concepts and look at your room critically and go, oh, maybe that's why it doesn't make sense, and here's what I can move to, or here's what I can adjust, or here's what I can incorporate to help it make sense. So I think you'd probably really enjoy those, and those are available to society members, and you'll have access to the forum and stuff as well, which is where we do the new brocante sales I was just talking about. Cresta ordered the survival seeds farmer pack. Awesome. No dig gardener, step by step. I don't know if I'm the person to like unpack that for you totally, Miranda, but I will try again this spring. But what's his name? Who's the guy that's the no dig master? I can never remember his name. Okay, Antique Agenda. Yeah, she's asking about the art that I've collected. So I could do that. I could like incorporate that with an oil painting video and maybe some of my clips from the Louvre, and yeah. All right. I wish I had filler while I read your comments. I try to read really, really fast. Yes, Heidi, I am in the States. I am in northern Wisconsin. I am a hardcore Francophile / Anglophile. I love all things old world, and we have a quite modern home. It's the newest home I've ever lived in, from 1984, and we're trying to make it look as old as possible and still keep... I'm trying to make it look as old as possible and still keep other people in the family happy. And it is Charles Dowding. Thank you. He has a great YouTube channel. He does an excellent job. Thank you, Megan. I'm happy. Archives are in the main membership. Yes, Janet, that is a great question. So every single class that I've ever taught for the Old World Design Society, every live Q&A call we've ever done, we've done live floral arranging, we've done more intense things like the design principles. The entire archive is available to society members. You can be a society member with a magazine purchase or just for $5 a month, just flat rate. That's all you want. You just want access to the forum and to the classes. Ooh, a no-dig children's book. How to paint tiles would be an interesting video. I did that. Jessica, last year or earlier this year. Wait, how does that work? Last year I did how to paint tiles in a Delft style using glass paint and then firing them in your oven. So, Lorraine, I really, really appreciate that. Oh yeah, that's great. I don't know if you guys read the comments while I do. Ravonda prefers vlogs with little editing. That's good to know. That's good to know. I prefer like really stylized edit. Like I want to see like beautiful editing and gorgeous shots. Those are the kinds of things that I love. But when we do something like that's more day in the life, when I see your response, I'm like, oh, like this is what speaks to people. And obviously it's my channel, but it's not for me. So that's why I was kind of picking your brain on what you'd like to see. Little blue fly, first time on one of the lives. So that's great. It's been a long time. I haven't done one in a long time either. So welcome to you. Welcome to me. That's great. Leslie, I am still going to get some seeds from Johnny's. There's some flowers that Survival Seeds doesn't carry. But Johnny's has been really great for me for the last few years. I'm growing so many things and trying so many new things. I'm really excited to try something new. Are you still doing videos in the seasons? I don't quite know what that means, Kelly. If you want to try again, I'd be happy to answer your question. Oh, the chive garland was so sexy. Darn it, Kara. I love Tanya. Will you help Little Blue Fly order a magazine? I love those garlands. I'm like a nerd about making stuff out of things in my garden. Whether it like the chamomile video that I did, I loved that video. I loved that stupid chamomile wreath that I made, and then the swags. The chive garland, I do it every year. I've got one in the foyer draped over a mirror. If you bump it, all the little black seeds fall to the ground and I got to clean them up. I don't care. Lizzie, Anthus, Krista, yes. Gorky's Tea Time. The opening music to the videos. That is Don't Say by, I will find out for you really quick. I thought it was in my video description. I'm so bad about that. It's Don't Say by, hang on a second, it's Epidemic Sound. So that's who I use for my videos. They're a copyright free company. I pay every month to use their songs. How do you spell Don't Say in French? Come on, Ange. I'm always scared they're going to take it off this site. Hang on a second. Don't Say by Faison. Fasion Dansez. That's who the song is by. Funny thing. So the conservatory tour that I did the other day with the houseplant tour, that ad that I did for Planta. First of all, I love Planta. Like, I don't care that they paid me. I love that app. It is so helpful. But the kids and I were on my way to see my grandma. Those of you that follow on Instagram, you know I'm really close with my grandma. I try to go see her every 3 months. It's a long bleep drive. Holy cow. I told them, I was like pressed for time. I mean, for me to leave town in the middle of the week is really challenging. I'm like, guys, I got my mic. I got my phone. We're stopping at Stein's to film an ad. I got to film my ad for Planta. I have to get this done so I can get it in the works. I have to submit those ads to the ad agency, and then they have to approve them, and it's this whole tedious process. I don't like things that are tedious. It really stresses me out. but that's what it is. So we stopped at Stein's and filmed this ad. But we get to the hall that has all the houseplants, and sure enough, like Bon Jovi is on the speaker system. Like, you've got to be kidding me. I didn't think of this. I thought I was so cool having all my microphones charged and space on my phone, and I had my script and I knew what I was going to do. I thought I was so prepared. And here's Bon Jovi playing in the background. Well, I can't play that for you guys on YouTube. I'll get a copyright strike. It's like a hot mess. There's all these hoops you got to jump through. And so I had to go. So Cresta Steins is a local, like, huge nursery place. So it's indoor, outdoor. It's in Green Bay. Thank you, dear. I had to go like a nerd to the manager and be like, okay, I'm really sorry, but I'm trying to film this video for YouTube and I just need 5 minutes. I know exactly what I'm going to do. Could you turn down the music? It was so embarrassing. I don't really like to attract that much attention to myself, but I had to do it. It had to be done. There's no business like show business. I just had to be done. So bless his heart, he's like, oh, well, send us the video link when you're done. We want to see it. And he turned the music down for me, which was just so kind. I was so embarrassed to ask, but it had to be done. Darn that Bon Jovi. I know. It was like, what's his name? Summer of 69. Just like all that music that's on the Muzaks that they play at those stores. But he turned it down so I could record my ad. And then sure enough, my microphone wasn't even working. So we got home and I watched, I looked at it. I'm like, oh my gosh, my mic's not even on. I sound like I'm in a tin can. But we had to go on with it anyways. So that's, yes, Megan, right? That is what goes into a YouTube video. Stein's is really awesome. It's like my happy place. I don't like their prices outdoors, but I think their houseplant prices are incredible. Bridget, thank you so much. I'll see you in Paris, dear. Bridget, are you April or October? I don't remember, but nonetheless, I'm looking forward to meeting you. Tanya, you want to pop Paris trip links up there? We are booking for Paris 2024. So if you'd like to come with us in either April or October, we are going to hit 3 Paris flea markets. We're going to do a nice local, like, neighborhood market. We're going to do my favorite market, which is a pop-up with about 400 stalls every weekend. And then we're going to do the biggest flea market in the world, which is Saint-Ouen. And it's going to be incredible. We're going to do a riverboat dinner cruise. We're going to go to the Eiffel Tower, to the second floor, and sit on the swings and have a glass of champagne together. It's going to be an excellent trip. I'm going to teach you exactly how to use the metro so you know how to get around in your free time. And yeah, I'm really, really jazzed about it. I need Paris dates for teacher breaks. Ooh, well, Kara, I say Kara because I had a childhood friend named Kara, but I know lots of people go by Kara. I don't know if it will coincide with spring break or not, but oh, Dawn used to go to Stein's every spring with her mom. April or October. So you just have to decide. Here's what you got to decide. October will be cooler. I've got it right in the middle of the month. I've never had bad weather in October. It's always been just nice. I like to be able to, I dress in layers because I'm so hot-blooded anyways. And I find in Paris the temperatures really fluctuate. You're either like cool or you're in the metro and it's just sweltering. And so you want to take your scarf. I wore this scarf because I got it in Paris. Look at this. I love this one. It's so pretty. I love this scarf. And then April is going to be all your primulas, your primroses in all the garden beds, and the fountains are going. And it's just like, I've been in Paris from in March into the transition of April. And I just remember March being like, March. And then one morning waking up in April and all the buds were on the trees and all the primroses were everywhere and the fountains were gurgling, and it was just fantastic. So I thought April, ciao, would be a fabulous time to go. Irish Acres Homestead. I'm 46. Homestead, building a house. I feel like it's so much harder to do than when I was in my 30s. How do I do it all without burnout? I mean, I have my days. I can't lie. My husband and my son are watching. But I mean, everybody's personality is different. Everybody's sort of threshold for stress and for like their capacity for what they take on is different. So just be sure you're not comparing yourself with anyone else. I have a really high tolerance. And that's when I'll go to my husband. I'm like, I'm out. Like, I just hit my wall. Like, it happened. I hit it. I'm done. I'm out. I need a hot bath. I need to go away. I need to like go out with a friend. It's so, I just think everybody's capacity for that is different and everybody's energy level is different. So don't give yourself a hard time if it's harder for you than when you were 30. Yeah, it's really cold here. It's like -5. Janelle, I don't want to tell you how old I am. I'm just kidding. How old am I? 47 and Joel is 55. So, today I was it's cold and we don't have water in the Euro Village. The Euro Village, for those of you that are not familiar with the channel, is what we call, where our animals are. Fun story. It was a separate transaction. We bought the property for $1. So we call it the Euro Village. But we have to carry water out in the winter and it's like -5, -8. It's horrible here. And so 5-gallon buckets of water are really heavy. If you've never carried one, it's not fun to give multiple animals water. So I was carrying them today and I thought, either you need to be lifting more weights or you're getting old because this sucks. It was just heavy and tiring. So yeah. April in Paris. That's April in Paris. Chestnuts in blossom. How does it go? Holiday tables under the trees. Yes. April in Paris. That's why we're going. Cue the music. Go turn that song on when we're done here. It's such a great song. Who sings it? Ella sings it. Who else sings it? A couple other people from back in the day sing it. Kelly thought I was younger. I thought I was younger too, Kelly. I don't know what happened. I do not know what happened. Amelie, what is -29? That is a conversion I've never just really memorized how to make the conversion between Celsius and Fahrenheit. I'm sure it's terrible in Ontario. Whew. Now, you mean -45, Nova Scotia. Yeah, that sounds cold. Fahrenheit or Celsius. It sounds cold. Okay, I'm going to scroll back here. See if I missed anything. So if you, Irish Acres, I do want to say too, if you feel burnout, just look at what doesn't have to be done. Like, not everything has to be perfect. Not everything has to be done. There are some periods of life that are just about necessity. And if you need to close a door on chaos or close a door on a relationship or close a door on a hobby for a period of time to survive, you can have periods of survival, and survival doesn't have to be a bad word. Like, that's what we're all trying to do, is survive. And I would just make sure you're not like looking out and comparing yourself to anyone else, and give yourself a break. Maybe, if you want to be really pragmatic at it, look and see what you're doing that doesn't need to be done, or maybe time wasters or things that you're allowing stress to come in, maybe passively, and you're not even realizing it. But there's a lot to do. Life is full. And sometimes we do have to just set a few things aside. I don't know. I'm not going to try to sum up your life. I don't know your life. You don't know mine. But that's my 2 cents on a YouTube live. Yes, Nancy, age has a way of sneaking up on you. The little bee. She sure does. But that's okay. I mean, so blessed with life, blessed with work, La Vie en Rose is a song by Edith Piaf. She wrote it, actually. And she's one of my favorites. 5-gallon buckets. The 5-gallon buckets, I'm over it. What do we got to do? Do we got to get some big boing-a-loing-a, like round hose that goes all the way out there and then slurps it back, and I drain it in the sink all morning so it doesn't freeze. Like whatever. I feel like there has to be other options. Yeah. Andrea, thank you for joining us. Go to bed, dear. Have a good evening. Victoria, this is a great question. Wants to know if I prefer staying in a hotel or renting a maisonette. I do like an Airbnb. We had a really cute one in September, October, when we were just there. It was really cute. It was obviously really small, and they're using so much of their space there. So there's always like a mezzanine or some sort of built-in bed loft. And thanks, Kelly. No, don't let your friends poo-poo the fact you're a homemaker. Like if we all dropped out of homemaking, like what would happen? Don't let them do that, or don't care. But our flat had a glass ceiling and then another bed there and then a glass roof, and we had a little remote control. We could open it, close it, and the neighborhood cat would walk across our roof at night. It was so cute. I will be staying with my guests at the hotel in April, just so I can be sort of hands-on. This is the first group of people I've led, so I kind of want to just be there. But I do love an Airbnb. It's fun. If you're comfortable with that, there's lots of advantages to staying in a hotel because you have the concierge and you have people that can speak French on your behalf, make reservations for you, help you troubleshoot things. So if you're more confident, I would say an Airbnb for sure. Check the reviews, read all of them. And then if you want to be a little bit more taken care of, or just have I know people in France, so if I needed help, I would have people I could reach out to. But if you would feel like you were maybe alone in a country, maybe a hotel is going to make you feel a little bit more secure. Janelle, the ages of my kids are 6 through 17. And yeah, that's been hard on the channel because, when we really started, they were little and everybody was cool with being on. And I really respect that, like, half of them at least don't want to be on so much anymore, if at all. So that does make it challenging. It's really hard for me to capture like charming, fun family moments that most of those are mine. They're private, but sometimes I'd like to share them with you and I can't do that. So you'll just see snippets of them here, snippets of them there. So that's been hard for me as a content creator to sort of, how do I keep that family vibe? And I know you guys have felt that because I had to make it more about me. That was a tough transition. And I have things I want to share with you. The channel isn't the reads. The channel is Parisienne Farmgirl. It's me. It's my channel. But I did love sharing my family with you. And now they don't want to be on so much. So I have to be creative. And one of my big mottos in life is adapt and overcome. So I have to do that. I keep seeing red light therapy. Red light therapy. Let's see. Hold on. Let me just scroll back. The company, funny. We just recorded Monday's podcast yesterday. Oh my gosh, it's like a blur. We talked about health. Platinum Therapy is the company that I use. That I researched low EMF red lights, and I was most impressed with their product. So that's the red light that I use. It's by Platinum Therapy. Okay, so red light therapy. I mean, I don't have all the benefits memorized because I'm not repping for them or anything, but I know it's so good for your skin. It's so good for muscle repair. It's good for wound repair. I feel great using my red light. It was highly advised to me for my Epstein-Barr that I use red light therapy and sauna. And so as a family, those were two things that we invested in for mom, and it's been incredible. So yeah, if it's in your budget, they come in all different sizes. You can get one for your face. You can get big, huge ones. Mine's like probably on the small to medium size, and I just keep it in my bathroom and plug it in the morning. And definitely listen to I haven't updated my calendar yet. Monday the 6th, Homemaker Chic podcast, because we talk a little bit more in detail about that. Oh, excuse me. Do you still dress for your type with colors and styles? I'm a 4. Ooh, I don't know what my type is. I need a mute button. I need to cough. Gross. I don't know how to do that with you guys. Gross. I have an hourglass figure, so I pretty much gain weight equally everywhere. Oh my gosh, I need to cough, you guys. How can I hit mute on this thing? I probably can't. All right, can you hear me? I tried to turn that down. Gross. Hold on, I lost my way here with all these screens I have open. I know there's like different body types, like pear, barrel, hourglass, triangle, and I gain weight like in my upper arms. I gain it in my hips and my butt. And then like the last place for me to gain it is my waist. So I guess that makes me an hourglass, but I don't know what number that is. Julie, I don't know what model I have. I have one. It's about 3.5 feet tall. I don't know. But if you go to Platinum Therapy, you'll see they have tons of options. And Nancy used red light on her foot when it was injured, and it really helped reduce inflammation. Yeah, they're pretty incredible. You have to use them for a while. It's not like you use it 3 times and you feel like a rock star. They're very good for you, though. Julie, good night. Yeah, right. I need a cough button. I guess I'm going to have to figure that out. I'm assuming red light therapy really would help with arthritis. Why don't you, I would Google it, check it out. And, but my knee jerk would be absolutely, because I use it for muscle pain and back pain and all that. So Cresta, sauna is your next big purchase to make. Yes, saunas are, you know, again, affordable being relative, but saunas are much more affordable than you think. I was actually shocked. I thought it was going to be like the price of a car, and it was more the price of a Costco run. So I'll just say that. So the cough button worked. Yay! I'm so glad. All right, guys. I told my kids I would hang out with them after 8 o'clock. So we're at about 10 after. I actually hear someone scraping at the door, and it's not the cat. So thank you so much for joining me. We do still have our milk cow. Yes. We just dried her up last week. So, ooh, it helped with stretch marks. Okay. Excellent. And red light for Hashimoto's too. Actually, absolutely. Kaylee, I don't know what my sauna brand is. If you hold on a little bit, give me a few days. Well, tonight I'm going to try to update all the links in this video description. So maybe give me a while, circle back around, and anything we mentioned tonight, I'm going to try to post links in this video description for you. And you can always email me at angela@parisiennefarmgirl.com. Of course, would love to have you as an Old World Design Society member. Would love to have you on a Paris trip. The Elkhorn flea market trips in Wisconsin. Elkhorn is one of the Midwest, one of America's best flea markets. It's not near as big and overwhelming as Round Top. It's intimate. It's doable. We're going to stay at a historic mansion, and we're going to have a lot of fun. And those dates are in May and August. So I would love to have you join me then. And thank you, Missy. Please thumbs up this video. And I really appreciate your time. I know you had a big week just like I did. And Friday nights and relaxing are really important. So thank you for being here. And I will either do this next Friday or the Friday after that. I'm going to do them as much as I can. So if we can be consistent, of course, that's better. And God bless you guys, ladies. I hate the expression you guys, but it just rolls off the tongue so easily, doesn't it? Have a lovely evening. I have no idea how to stop this feed, so I'll probably be clicking wildly while we all say goodnight. A bientôt.